Hi, my name's Barry Crampton. Today I'm going to show you around our Ford Mustang, probably with a big smile on my face. I love these cars, always have done, and it's sort of kind of a bucket list thing, driving one anyway. Came in yesterday, all my stuff's in it, and I'm out here in the pouring rain videoing it just as an excuse to get out. So as I say, that tells you something about the car. It's a 2.3T EcoBoost. 2017 on a 17 plate, has done 18,794 miles, but will have done a good few more because I'm using it and I love it. 2 registered owners from new. Fuel economy, urban 28 miles per gallon, extra urban 41.5 miles per gallon, combined is 35.3 miles per gallon. Has a 0 to 60 time of 5.8 seconds, a top speed of 145 miles per hour out of a 313 brake horsepower 16 valve 4-cylinder engine. Road tax 6 months is £151.25 and 12 months is £275. It's beautiful condition, finished in ingot silver, and it's got black leather upholstery. It's an Eiffel. To me it reminds me of Carl Fogarty at the front with these the no fear eyes, and also the 3 bars which are kind of synonymous with the backlights of the old Mustang. It's a fantastic car. Deep front spoiler, the all-important Mustang, the pony car as it's known. It retains some of the styling of the 65 Mustang Steve McQueen made famous in Bullitt. The Mustang changed car history completely. A chap called Lee Iacocca saw into the future, knew what the American people would want. The American dream, that's what he was selling. He was supposedly the best salesman in the world and has done some fantastic things through his career in the motor trade. And his team came out with this design for the Mustang and it sold like hotcakes. On the first day the car was released, dealerships had to call the police. They were mobbed. It was just fantastic. They sold 1 million cars in 18 months. Nothing, as far as I know and as far as I've seen, nothing else has come close to that since the release of the original Mustang. It's just an icon. It really is. I could go on about them forever. I absolutely love them. So xenon headlamps, the black multi-spoke alloys, this little sill spoiler too, power folding door mirrors, it's got the black contrast roof, looks brilliant, chrome window surrounds, got keyless entry, keyless lock, keyless go. As long as you've got the keys on you, you just touch this little kind of a serrated part of the door here, and then when you come back, that's it. So easy access in and out. The big wide haunches here that you can see through both door mirrors. It's fantastic. It feels massive. You can also see these 2 ridges on the bonnet when you're driving. Feels like you're aiming the car. I really can't speak highly enough about it. I love the back end of the car, the kind of styled in spoiler in the boot there. Again, the pony on the back and these 3 kind of chevrons, the rear lights, gloss black panel. I've seen some other reviews of the car and people moan about the most stupid things. You can release it with the key, the boot. Press it twice and it opens. If you haven't got the key, there's a little button under here. There you go, you press it. And some people have been saying, you know, you get a load of dirt up there and you get dirty fingers. Jeez, so what? The boot goes back a long way and you can put the back seats down. It's a bit of the aperture's a bit awkward, but if you've got a big case, you kind of got to slot it in and push back. I've got all my camera stuff in and I could get plenty more stuff in. The rear diffuser, the splitter underneath here, and the twin exhaust. This is only a 2.3, but honestly, it drives so good. It's I'd like a 5 litre and probably get one of those next. But when John went to pick this up, when he got back, it was showing 42 miles per gallon on the trip computer, and I mean, you just can't argue with that. It looks fantastic and it's economical too. 5 litre sounds great, but this has also got the shaker stereo system. When you've got that on full blast, you can't even hear the engine, so turn your radio up if you if you wanted a 5 litre, turn your radio up. There's even, I noticed on iTunes, you can even get the soundtrack of it, something like a Shelby GT. People download it to listen to. Get that, put it on the shaker system, and don't worry about the engine size. Road trip. There you go. You can't forget the ponies everywhere. Mustang since 1964. It holds, it's reminiscent of the original design, and I'm just blown away by it, I really am. So foot on the clutch, start button, that's the key, keyless entry, and as I say, I've watched various documentaries on this car because this car was designed for what people wanted. Now, unfortunately, the car job, the designers design the cars for what they think people need, and you just don't get like a 5 litre V8 engine, a big muscle car. It's all dying out. At least this kind of holds tradition, and it's what I want. I don't want an electric car. It's just awesome. I love the way it drives. I'll tell you a bit more about it when we go. But also in the things I've seen over the years, Mustang owners, they say they're transformed into a different person when they get behind the wheel. When they get behind the wheel of a Mustang, they're Steve McQueen. I mean, how stupid. Nobody wants to be Steve McQueen when they're in a Mustang. They want to be Frank Bullitt. 68 Mustang, and Jacqueline Bisset as his girlfriend. What more could you want? What? Let's go. I've not mentioned the back seats. There's not a fantastic amount of room, but actually what I will do, this car's got Apple CarPlay as well, and Apple CarPlay is better than the normal, the normal system. It's a Sync 3 system, which is very, very good. Ford's radio equipment, audio equipment is always, or usually, better than anybody else's, in my opinion. So there you go. You've got that's Apple CarPlay. It mirrors your phone here. It's got all your apps on. You can just slide across like that, and well, if your fingers work, you could slide across like that. All right, that must be the end of it. Showing the signal. We've got the phone. That's Google Maps there. You've got your music, your tunes, your phone. So that's a great system too. I love the dash. Here we go. We've got height and reach, adjustable steering wheel. Got power folding mirrors. You can actually knock the stop-start system off by going into the menu. Here we go, the menu, like so. Just click that back, click back. Driver assist, so we'll go to driver assist. I'm not sure whether it's in there. There you go, auto engine off. So we'll knock that off, and then it'll stop it cutting out every 2 seconds. The gearbox, the gearbox. Ford have almost weaponized the gearbox. and the gear change, and I'll show you for why. It's just awesome. It's brilliant. All Ford gearboxes are good, but this, it's fantastic. I love this car. Anybody who watches knows that Range Rover is my favourite car. I've got a Range Rover at the moment, and I jumped in this last night. My Range Rover is my favourite car, but this is something I've wanted since I was a kid. I just love them. I suppose it's been my Eleanor, because this is the first one I've ever driven. Even the 2.3 engine sounds absolutely brilliant. You've got controls here. There we go. If I just flick that, it gives you drive mode, normal, Sport Plus, racetrack, and snow and wet. See, it's pretty wet today. Normal's good for me. And then you've also got steering. You can change the steering. That's normal steering. That's sport. Sport, as in any other car that I drive, I always think they go too far with sport. There's a bit of a feedback, but then you've got comfort. Comfort is lovely. It really is. And it is kind of my choice of the settings. Just ordinary. Don't need it in sport. Oh, well, go on, I'll put it in sport. So that's in Sport Plus. The engine sounds pretty mechanical. You can hear bits working. Probably the EcoBoost side of it. You've got the two raised kind of bits that you can line up with the road and just turn into corners. Now, I'm not going to go too fast in the country. I'd never forgive myself if I knocked something down just because I wanted to go Harry Flatters in a Ford Mustang. So you'll have to take my word for it. 5.8 seconds 0 to 60. It's as fast as, way faster than I need. And I'd be happy if I had one of these with a 1 litre engine. I just like the look of them. It's a wide car, it's a big car. It's comfortable. I would say a grand tourer. And this weekend, my weekend off, so long as none of you out there come and buy it before weekend, I'm hoping to go up to John O'Groats just for a drive. I want to drive it. And I can't say that about a lot of cars. If I had a BMW, an Audi or a Merc up my drive at weekend, it would never move. I'd never get in it. But this, I want to drive it. It's absolutely beautiful. Nice and clear climate control, switches, a little dial here kind of, you just click it up. You don't need to look there, you click it up till you're warm enough. Although the display comes on the screen. We're at certain death corner there, so fortunately we didn't meet him. Just here, this like little chicane, honestly, the temptation to just bury your foot. And that's why you never do it in the country. No doubt a big delivery lorry has just clipped that branch off. We've got a reversing camera, reversing sensors. I didn't see any front parking sensors, so I don't think it's got that. I'll just show you here. We'll go in a nice straight road. We can't see anything in front there. Just put it in reverse. So there you go, there's your reversing camera. Again, fast enough, Baz. So it sounds pretty good. The handling's great. Another criticism I've seen, because it's designed for a left-hand drive, the cup holders here are kind of on the right-hand side where your elbow would normally rest on, or your arm would normally rest. Now, people say that they put their elbow in the cup holder. Well, it's fine for me. The armrest there, your elbow goes on there. It's exactly the right length for me to the gear shift. Absolutely perfect. You can't really drive the manual if you have a big cup in here, because it gets in your way. But I mean, even I could do without coffee driving this. Lovely, again, classic style dashboard. The plaque on the everywhere you look is either a picture of a pony or it's got Mustang somewhere. This has mood lighting as well. When you get in, it's got aluminium scuff plates up the sill, and they're illuminated, and Mustang right across them. This is very, very blasé, sweeping them leaves up. Again, if I'd have come around that corner, he'd have been in the river, and he might have to be in the river now. We've got hill hold as well, which you can switch off. Very long bonnet coming up there. I couldn't see anything. All I could see was the bonnet. Now, we have to slow down around here because there's always pheasants. Love it. Nice old style design. Instrument display, which again, it's just harks back to the good old days when I was I don't know whether I should tell this story. When I was 17, I had a Opel Manta, and there was a young lady who I liked a lot and wanted to go out with. But there was another lad who liked, well, everybody liked her, she was absolutely gorgeous, but another lad who liked her, he had a Mustang. I had an Opel Manta, my Opel Manta, beautiful car, never went wrong, didn't need anything doing to it. But his Mustang at the time, because it was imported from America, you couldn't get parts for them. He had to keep sending away to America, and he was saving up for brake pads. He had to get these brake pads shipped over, and discs or whatever, drums at the time, and he couldn't afford to take her out, so she went out with me instead. Whereas now, Mustangs are in the UK, they're at every Ford dealer and you can buy service parts, so I'm glad they weren't in the UK then. But even so, I was I was always, even though I got the girl, I was really jealous of his car. This is just... As I say, that gear change is like weapons grade. Somebody said it's notchy. It's not. It's perfect. You know exactly when it's clear of the gears. Look at that. Gotta love this car. I actually feel like I'm being unfaithful to my Range Rover, but just why wouldn't you? Seats are so comfortable. It feels like this car has been built around me. The headrest is perfect for the angle that I have the seat at. It's just touching my head, so in the event of somebody crashing into us from the back, I wouldn't get whiplash. I love the bonnet, although it does remind me of an early SLK for some reason. Not a bad thing though. SLKs are great cars and good fun too. There is a special edition, a Bullitt Mustang, to kind of mark, well, just 1970 it would have come out, I would imagine, the film. Yep, it's a Mustang. A great shape. So you in the back there, in the both door mirrors, you see the haunches, the lovely curve over the back wheel, the wheel arch. I mean, this, as I say, this is set on comfort, the steering. I mean, just kill me now. Life doesn't get any better. GoPros. Can't have overheated. As I always say, imagine electric cars, GoPro, it's been on for 15 minutes and it's overheating. Brand new. Brand new. Probably 3 weeks old. And that's in Bullitt, chases a Dodge Charger through San Francisco, and smoking the tires. do lose sight of the road when you're going over ever such a slight bump. I don't think there's any chance of... I did want to get some drone shots following me driving through this country, because the car looks fantastic. Big wide thing. Sometimes you wonder whether you're going to get through those gaps. I know what he was thinking. He was thinking, that's Frank Bullitt. He's obviously retired to Dunsop Bridge. Oh, flipping heck. The Placky 50. Mustang's been overtaken by I'm going to let him go because he's obviously in a hurry. J5710UE. Oh gosh, the bacon butty guy's not here either. I'm starving. Honda 50. Now there you go, hill hold. Oh, it didn't hold me for very long, but it did hold me. It probably thinks, well, if you need any longer than that to set off, you shouldn't be driving. It's a big bonnet. This is a big steep hill. How Steve could see over those hills in San Francisco. There's motorbikes coming up, and there's a sheep on the wrong side of the crossing here. I could just keep going forever. The route I've planned for the North Coast 500 around Scotland, it says it will take 24 hours to drive. I've only got the weekend off. And it's still a bit awkward we're not exactly locked down, are we? But it's still a bit awkward because there's so many people going camping now rather than going abroad, that all the hotels are full. And I don't know, I don't know what to do. I don't know whether to just try and do the whole lot, sleep in my car. There's a place, is it Dunset Sands or something, where there's puffins. And I really want to see a puffin, but mostly I just want to drive this thing. And with it being a 2.3 and obviously very economical, in fact what I'll do, I'll just go back to trip computer there. Trip computer, it's showing 35.1 at the moment miles per gallon average. Now it's been ticking over there while I've been videoing it, waiting for the rain to stop. I was waiting for the rain to stop and it only eased off for a good half an hour. So it's been ticking over for probably an hour, hour and a half, and it's still showing it's averaging 35.1 miles per gallon, which I'm extremely happy with. Oh, I'll put a link to the Bullitt t-shirt. That's not a real gun, and these aren't real bullets. So I'll put a link to the t-shirt in the description, and the Steve McQueen page on my website. Not that I've got a man crush or anything on him. I'm going to go till my cameras run out, I think. This is just very enjoyable. Oh gosh, what's that? Is it one of those Honda whatever's electric things? How hideous. Looks like something a kid's drawn. Another channel to watch. If anybody remembers Johnny Smith from Fifth Gear, I never liked him on Fifth Gear at all. And the only thing I can think that put me off was when they sent him out in a Ferrari. I think it was it? I can't remember which Ferrari it was. But they sent him out. It was somebody at Ferrari's birthday, I think it might have been. They sent him out with a cake, and he went to meet all these people at Ferrari, and he had shorts on. And I just thought, you know, Italian style, what must they have thought of him? Anyway, as there's nothing on TV these days, I watch more and more stuff on YouTube. And he has a program which is fantastically put together, a program called The Late Break Show. And he does TV quality things on restorations, on different cars, on things he's doing, and it's great to watch. And he also does interviews, and he interviewed Chris Harris again on Top Gear, the good driver on Top Gear, and he asked Chris Harris if everything turned to shit and he lost all his money, because he's got a load of nice cars, Porsches and so on, what car would he buy sub £2,000 to drive? And he said a Mark 1 Ford Focus. And, you know, every time I get in a Ford Focus, I say how good they are, the gear change, the drive. And he said a Mark 1 Ford Focus, and he'd buy one of those, and with the rest of the £2,000, because he'd get one cheaper, he'd keep that for maintenance. Now, that's testament to Ford. Enzo Ferrari upset them. They built the Ford GT to hit Enzo where it hurt and win Le Mans, which I think they did for 3 years. And I'm not sure, I think they might have come 1, 2, 3 for 3 years. Again, another Steve McQueen film, Le Mans, which is more like just a lot of racing cars and no acting. Love it. So, when you look at what Ford produce, the cars they make, the cars they've made over the years, they were going to change the Mustang to a front-wheel drive, and all the Mustang owners and the American public went mad. And you know, the cancel culture these days, where you just go on Twitter and don't have to be true, you just make something up and get somebody sacked from the job or whatever. And anyway, Ford were bombarded with letters about changing it. You know, how dare you change the Mustang to a front wheel drive. So they released it, but they called it a Ford Probe instead. And I've had a few of those. They were good. They were really good. I think it was a collaboration with Mazda, really, but they were still good. Right, we'll go this way. Whoops, kangaroo petrol. I must remember to put my jacket on before I get back to work. So if any customers see me with this on, I don't actually wear it out, by the way. I've been looking at Mustangs for a while and always wanted to get one in. And to be fair to John, I think he's got that. John buys the cars, and I think he's got that sick of me sending him pictures of Mustangs for sale. He just thought, sod this for a game of soldiers. I'll just shut him up. Is it going to go sunny? Got my drone in the boot, all ready, but I don't want to stop. That hideous grill's not standard, is it? $18,000 miles. I forgot to read the service history as well. I'm subconsciously trying to put you off buying this car, but I'm sure it's got 4 services. Oh, look at this road here. Cattle grid. Tesla. Tesla, #1 selling car through Europe, I think, this month. Excellent. If only you could guarantee this road was free from invading animals. Well, that's mostly GoPro 10. That's both my brand new GoPros overheated, and I've taken them off 5K. I bought them because they were 5K. I've taken them off 5K to put to 4K. These are my old GoPros. There's one out on the bonnet. GoPro 8. I have 2 GoPro 8s here, 2 GoPro 9s. They've not overheated. That's progress for you, isn't it? Let's go back to old style cars that look good. Proper stuff that you could flick, press. Proper instruments. Easy to read. This is the life. There's something about this car. You can feel the history. Okay, well, before any of my other cameras clap out, I'm going to finish the test drive there. Speechless, really. They say kind of never meet your heroes, but I like everything about it. Everything about it. There's not many cars you can say that about these days. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video. I can't promise I'm going to be as excited about it as this, but seriously, thanks for watching.